Hi, everyone. So my name is Mayra van Houts, and I work for Quantum Delta, the Dutch National Quantum Program. And I will tell you today a bit about the developments of the past year, but also look towards the future. Quantum Delta started in 2019 with an agenda for the development of quantum technology. In 2021, we were awarded with 650 million euros by the Dutch government and started developing our program. And now in 2024, we are a fast-growing quantum ecosystem. And actually, since yesterday, we can also call ourselves the winner of the Organization of the Year Award of the Quantum World Congress. So we're also really proud about that. For those who do not know us yet, we are a people-centered quantum ecosystem. We have 3 programs focused on advancing technology, supported by several action lines that further bring the advancement of the technology. Like, for example, focusing also on building up human capital or the societal impact of quantum technology. Our ecosystem consists of 5 main hubs that accidentally also form the word Delta. It's Delft, Eindhoven, Leiden, Twente, and Amsterdam. And like also in many other countries, every hub has their own specialty. Delft is very well known for quantum computing and quantum networks. And for example, Amsterdam is also well known for quantum software and algorithms. And in Twente, we have a very big hub for quantum photonics. In our ecosystem, we focus on the full stack development of quantum technology, from fabrication of devices and the software layer. And I will now sketch some examples also of the past year of developments in that area. So if you look at the quantum computing domain, you have, for example, a very fast-growing hardware ecosystem in Delft. You have, for example, now the Impact Consortium, consisting of Orange Quantum Systems, Q-Blocks, Delft Circuits, and Quantware, that together actually form a complete value chain for superconducting hardware. And it's really fascinating to see the growth of these companies. They're all spin-outs of QTech, and they're together now have more employees already than QTech has. So we're really proud of that. If you look at the quantum communication domain, we now have realized 3 testbeds, and we've also seen further integration with the EU strategy, for example, EU initiatives like KIA and QCINet. And we also now have a really nice example of our quantum networks in practice, because there's now the world's first scalable network in the Port of Rotterdam that was realized by QBird Single Quantum in collaboration with the Port of Rotterdam and supported by Innovation Quarter. So that's a very good example of quantum networks and communication in real life. If you look at quantum sensing, we now have 3 fully realized testbeds, one on ultra-cooled quantum atoms, one on mechanical sensors, and one for diamond and V centers. And these testbeds really help bridging the gap between research and industry. And there's also several startups already centered around that, for example, Honest Technologies and Quantum App. Next to these highlights, more focused on technology development, there's also other highlights in our ecosystem. For example, we have seen an explosive growth of jobs. I think the graph shows 600 or 700, but we're now in 2024 already at 1,000. And so we're also really proud of that development, and especially because we focused a lot on human capital and talent development. Next to that, this year, we actually opened our 2nd House of Quantum. And I think we are also focusing on further expanding our national quantum campus. And with these House of Quantum, we connect all the different hubs together, and we provide spaces for startups to grow and also to connect with each other. Another good example that was actually published, I think, only last week is that I actually already published our 4th supply chain analysis, and this one is focused on quantum sensing. And we already have 3 others focused on, for example, critical raw materials, quantum computing, and quantum networks. Another milestone this year is a report published by our Infinity program that is the first industry report that focuses on the adoption of use cases in the telco industry and the opportunities also for quantum networks and quantum communication in that area. Another thing we're also really proud of is the growth of our Center for Quantum and Society. They develop LSAT tools. They also focus on use cases, on knowledge dissemination, and they already have 20 dedicated researchers focusing on quantum for good. This year, we also opened 4 talent and learning centers. They are connected to our hubs. And in the talent and learning centers, they connect higher education to vocational education, together with businesses to also, for example, provide internships to students and also further connect the various education levels. Last but not least, we also launched our national quantum course, which educates almost everyone who is interested in quantum. The fun thing about this course is that it will also be translated into English, so then we can also further share it around the world. If you look at the next phase and the coming years, we are entering what we call the phase 3 of our program. So it's also just been awarded the last part of our funding. And for the next 3 years, we're going to further focus on economic growth and the impact of our ecosystem. And we do that by focusing on 4 priorities that are technology acceleration, end-user participation, internationalization, and fabrication. And we also love to connect with ecosystems around the world to bring that further, since we think we can all acknowledge that everybody is looking for more use cases and more end-user engagement. We're also introducing new funding tools in our program, for example, challenge-based calls, also to further advance the technology development. As I mentioned, we love to collaborate internationally, and we love to extend our ecosystem internationally and further grow the quantum community. So we have several options also to connect with us. One is, for example, our visitor program, which allows also research visits to the Netherlands, but also internships and student exchanges. And next to that, we also have Quantum Meets. That is our yearly community event. This year, we actually already welcomed almost 900 visitors to Amsterdam. And we also organized a Q Expo together with Quick. So that was a really great community event. I can also already announce that the next edition of Quantum Meets is taking place from 12 to 15 May in 2025. So we'd love to see you there, and also further advance our collaboration there. That was my presentation. Thank you all, and hope to see you in the Netherlands next year.